Hey y'all, Bloodwing here, and welcome to Grump of the Week number 2. If you're not familiar, this is a little different than my normal stuff. It's more like a podcast where I just kind of talk about random stuff, whatever pops to my head. Before I get off on what things I'm thinking about, I did want to thank those that have been watching my videos, and especially my subscribers. I know I've been having some sound issues, and I'm trying to work on those. I'm trying to work on this whole thing. If it hasn't stuck out to you yet, I really suck at the video editing, and I'm trying to get better at the editing, and I will. But I know I've had some issues. I'm trying to work it out where you can't hear me and whatnot. I even had one person tell me today that the bass in my voice was making it ununderstandable. I don't know, maybe I'll have to go full undoomed here and turn the bass all the way down on my microphone. I hear that's what he has to do, and I wouldn't doubt it. Man, that voice, I would kill to have that voice. But anyway, thank you for sticking with me. This is a work in progress, and if you'll stick around, I hope to make it worth your while. I am working on some things to make it a little more entertaining. I don't consider myself an entertainer. What you get on this channel is me. I am the grumpy old man that wants nothing more but to be the old man that runs out in his yard, and if his wife beater's shaking his cane or his newspaper at the neighborhood kids, telling him to get out of his yard. I mean, that's my goal in life. That's what I want to be, that grumpy old guy, and I'm most of the way there already. So what you see is what you get. Anyway, enough of that. A couple of topics I wanted to cover about the week. Some of you are probably already aware, or probably most of you by this point. Lacey Green, everybody's favorite rapist, has attacked or called out on Twitter the Roaming Millennial, another small channel, does the same sort of thing that I do, for using her image in a thumbnail and claiming and reporting it. She reported the video, claiming that it was against the law, it was against federal law, and that it was against YouTube's policies to use that image, and which is just utter bull crap. It's not against the fair use, and Lacey does it in her thumbnails all the time. I mean, there's even one that's got there's even some that have celebrities in them, and you can't tell me she got permission for each one of those. If you want to see a really good video, excuse me, if you want to see a really good video on that topic, Ranthony, that's Ranthony with an R, done a really good video going over the laws, not only of YouTube, but the laws of the land that concern this, and pointed out just how big an idiot she is, especially since she made the comment that to learn the law, and that we're not too bright a lot, just shows that Lacey and her ilk look down their nose at us and think that they're far superior to us mere mortal beings, but that's probably pretty evident to any of you that's seen any of her stuff. So that's interesting. Another thing going on right now is the video put out by Fisty Splinters and her little puke troop called Reasonable Questions for Anti-SJWs. If you haven't seen it by some weird chance, it's kind of a BuzzFeed type video where her and her cronies take turns putting out what I felt were, most of them were really condescending questions. And a lot of it was just rehash of all the stuff they always bring up to us. You're probably well aware of it by now, or should be. A lot of YouTubers have covered it. I've seen Amazing Atheist. I've seen a stream where Kraut and T tackled it, and even Jeff Holiday done a live stream that covered it, and thought he'd done an excellent job. And so it's out there. I've even considered doing one on it myself, even though it's been covered. I may still yet do it. I haven't decided yet, but if I do, I'll have to break it down in probably at least 2 parts, because to answer the questions and do it justice, the video, considering theirs is, I think, 16 minutes long, would just be too much. Another thing that's been also in the also been a topic that people have talked about a lot is ICANN. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I think I may be trying to get a cold here. I stood outside in the brisk breeze last night for about 3 hours talking to my brother-in-law about my father and what can be done about it. And thanks for, there's been some concern shown because I mentioned my father. He's elderly. I mean, obviously, if I'm nearly 60, he's not going to be any spring chicken. But a few years ago, he started showing signs of a very high-functioning form of dementia, in that he can tell you what day it is, what the year is, who's the president, what his birth date is. He can tell you just about anything you want him to. But he also experiences both auditory and visual hallucinations. He sees and hears things that are not there, and he thinks we're all out to make him crazy. And anyway, my brother-in-law and I take turns trying to take care of him, make sure he's eating right, taking his medication. He just lives less than a mile away from both of us. And that's what the situation is there. But thank you for your concern. And it's trying, and it does take a lot of our time. And there may be times I may not be able to put out a video as quickly as I like because I'm tied up with that and other things. And matter of fact, I had intended to make this video and have it out Saturday evening. I want to have these Grump of the Weeks out on Saturday, but things just didn't work out. I'm going to work harder and trying to get on that schedule. So I'm going to attempt to do double upload today. We'll see how tired I get. These things take me a while because I am so bad at doing video editing. That the last video I did, the last heifer of the week, I started on about 8:30 in the evening and got it all uploaded and done about 4 in the morning. So yeah, it takes me a little bit. But I'll get faster as I get better, I'm sure. Anyway, as I said, ICANN has been on the minds of a lot of people. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically what the big uproar is right now is our president, Obama, handed over control, because we used to have sole control of the internet because the U.S. invented it. The infrastructure, and probably 98% of it exists here in the U.S., and we had sole control of it. And he's handed over control, and it's eventually going to go to the control of the UN, which will give countries that are not as free speech oriented as we are, such as Russia or China or North Korea or any of these, are going to have their shot at it. At least have a voice, and that's scary to a lot of people, and it's scary to me. I'm afraid that with their influence, the flow of information between countries around the world that we've all been enjoying so much will slow down, if not cease. Now, granted, I'm no expert on how the internet works and what can be done to stop it and so forth. I don't know, but it's a scary thought. I think here in the United States we'll be okay in the long run, since we have most of the infrastructure here within our own borders. We'll still be able to get information about. What I do worry about is not getting information from outside of here. I've been on the internet since the early to mid 90s. I've made a lot of friends in a lot of far-flung places in that time. And, I'm worried that I may get cut off from those friends. I mean, I'm sure it's no secret by now, one of my favorite content creators is Bering. I don't want to see it get to where I can't hear what Bering says because he's in Australia, or Kraut T because he's in Germany, and so forth, or my buddies on Minds. And if you haven't tried out Minds, do try it out. We have a lot of fun there, especially within our group. It's called Anti-SJW. It's an invite-only group, but it's not that hard to get into it. And it's a blast to be able to talk to people of a like mind. We have a lot of fun. Minds is going to be a really good place once it gets up and going. It is in beta. It's still rough. They got a lot of things down the road they're going to do, like monetization and so forth. Dave Cullen, over on his channel, he's got videos that can explain it much better than I do. But do that. I'm still going to continue, even though I'm over there, I'm going to continue to upload my stuff here on YouTube, because I feel like just because they act like they don't want us around, if I just flat up leave and don't keep trying, that's admitting they win. And I'm a stubborn old cuss, and I don't want to admit to any defeat, let alone by some corporation such as Google. But that's been on a lot of people's mind for sure, and it's a little bit scary. And, well, I guess that's pretty much all I can think about at the moment. I thought I had a lot more than that on my mind than I guess that I do. But just some of my rants, some of my random thoughts. It might not be anything. This might be your least favorite feature that I have on my channel. I don't know. But again, I do want to thank all my subscribers, and I want to especially, though I kind of leave them out sometimes, I don't know why. I especially want to thank those that subscribe to me on Minds. You guys give me far more support than I've got on YouTube so far, but I'll get there. Don't get me wrong, I'm not whining. I'll get the attention of the right people, and people will catch on, and we'll all get there together. And then you can say that you were there at the ground floor when it took off. So, thank you to all of you. If you know somebody that would be interested, feel welcome to share this channel with them. Let's make this channel grow. I do it because I love it, and I really love doing this. If I make some money at it, that's a good perk. Lord knows I could sure use it. Old Bloodwing's a poor old feller, and Lord knows his household could sure use a little bit more of a cash flow, but that's not my sole purpose in doing it. I do it because I love it and because I believe in it. And like I said before, when you tune in here, you get the real me. This is not a character I play. I do play it up, and I kind of play it up as a character, but this is who I am. And while we're on that subject, if you've watched the last video, you know that I introduced a new character, Cousin Melvin. And if you like that feature, let me know, and I'll keep it doing. If you don't like it, let me know. I don't censor my comments. I haven't got too many yet, but even if I did, I would not. I don't believe in that. Even if you disagree with me, I'm going to leave your comment there. I've had some comments go directly to spam. I don't know why, and as soon as I realize that's what's happened, I put them right back out. I want everybody to have a voice. Whether I agree with that voice or not is irrelevant. I want everybody to have a voice. I am definitely pro free speech. But at any rate, that's all I got for this week on Grump of the Week. Stay tuned. There's a lot more stuff coming out. Hopefully, if I can last out the night, I'll have another video out tonight on a subject that I've got picked out. And enjoy it. And as always, get out of my yard.